Howdy, as I record this on Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, there's a headline in the New York Times that reads, Harris's mission, disqualify Trump, but extend a hand to his voters. I'd like to argue that that actually is part of the problem. Harris's mission is not to disqualify Trump. Harris's mission is to, in fact, explain why we should vote for her as President of the United States. One of the interesting facets of this election cycle is the number of people who say they would vote for Trump, except they don't like his personality and don't like how he behaves. And personally, I've never been a Trump fan, but since President Trump has provided leadership in the arena of politics, he's forced me to reconsider many of the opinions I held regarding America's place in the world and how we relate to other countries and how we handle our affairs internally to a large degree. I disagree with him on several policies, but on a large number of policies, I do in fact agree with President Trump's position, even if I don't necessarily agree with how, in fact, he represents those positions. But it's interesting to me how many people are deciding to vote for Harris based on what they say, simply because they don't like Trump's personality. And yet, the issue is not so much the person's personality, although things such as character do matter. The issue is, in fact, how he or she actually leads the country with respect to the policies that are implemented, either by them directly or by those who are appointed to office or elected to office as representatives of the positions of the head of the party that is in power. And so I'd like to suggest that the New York Times, in fact, has it very wrong, and that that's part of the problem with our politics today, is we spend too much time arguing about why other people are not qualified to serve or why they are bad representatives of America or their parties, rather than focusing on the policies that, in fact, are going to be implemented. There are all kinds of things that I would like to discuss with respect to issues that I'd like to compare with respect to former President Trump and Vice President Harris's positions on issues. But Vice President Harris has refused to provide any consistent explanation for what her positions are and why she holds them, particularly when it comes to the fact that many of the positions that are presented on her behalf today are very different from those that she presented herself when she was running for president in 2019 and those that guided her partnership with President Biden over the last nearly 4 years as she presided as the deciding vote on many decisions in the U.S. Senate. So I think that part of the issue that we have here is that we are no longer expecting our politicians to clearly articulate where they stand and why they stand for the things they stand for, and how, in fact, the vision that they have when it comes to the nuts and bolts of how things need to get done is going to be better for America writ large. Thank you all very much. Look forward to hearing what you have to say. Bye bye. Thank you very much for your time. I've got a couple other videos listed here if you'd like to take a look at those. And as I'd like to discuss issues related to politics, religion, society, and how in the world we're supposed to understand ourselves and life in the world. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bye bye.